Welcome to Jenny's world with the bright orange chair and the rainbow ribbon chandelier. I believe that's going to be my theme song. Diva moment. Hair, get out of my face. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Oh, I mean, Happy New Year. 2022 is hopefully going to be better than 2020 and 2021. Oh, for the love of Jehovah, look into the computer, look into the eye, Jenny. I mean the camera. Oh, for the love of Jehovah, please let this be a much better year. I know it will be for me, and I hope it will be for you. Thank you, Betty White, for being a huge part of my life. You have given me a lot of hope, a lot of inspiration, and for the last few years, you've kind of started getting me to come out of my shell, to come out of my box, and to actually follow through with some of the ideas that I've had to put into my life. Thank you so very much. You will be missed. You are honored. You are worthy. You have made us feel worthy, adored, and I'm about to have a Hallmark commercial moment, which I will talk on a later date. YouTube likes us to say, YouTube really likes us to say, subscribe, like, turn on the notifications, and share and care my channel with your friends. I hope that you will do that, and I hope that you will put comments down below to say, hello, Jenny, or hey, Jenny, you need to work on this. So, why am I here? What is Jenny's World all about? I like to talk. I honestly and truly love to talk. Talking has been one of the platforms of my life. In fact, when I was going into college, I wanted to go into communications, but I went into music instead, which ended up being a very major point of my life. I do not regret it, and I love every second of my life that I've been in music, even though sometimes I cannot remember a lot of things that has gone on in my past. But talking has always been very important to me. So as we go around in Jenny's World, we'll learn how to talk about all kinds of things. One of the things that I believe has ruined, look in the mirror, camera, one of the things that have been ruined society has been cell phones. Yes, cell phones. When cell phones first came out, well, not the ones that were huge, but when cell phones first came out that were little, I actually got a track phone only because I needed to have an emergency phone when I was in the car. I didn't care about anything else. I didn't know how to text. I really didn't even care. It took me forever to make a text because it was like dunk, 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 dunk. A lot of people can go and I'm not just that kind of person. Mine is like bump, bump, bump. So I'm like doing voice to text. I'm having to, doing all kinds of this, that, and the other. What I prefer is for somebody to text me and pick up the GD phone. But people don't like to do that. People don't like to do that anymore at all. And the reason why is that a lot of people go to work. They've talked all day long. They don't want to come home from work and talk. Well, how people did that back in the day, they worked, they talked, they came back home, and they continued to talk. But anyway, a lot of people do not like to talk anymore on the phone, which I find that to be an art that has gone way too far out in advance. Another reason why I'm here is because I needed a creative outlet. Okay, like I've said before, I ramble. Okay, I truly and completely ramble. So anyway, back to texting and talking on the phone. I talk to about 3 or 4 people a week. Other than the woman from Walmart or Walgreens that calls me to say that my medications are ready. Yeah, that woman, she has the best voice in the world. Or the woman that calls me from, oh my gosh, should I say, the doctor's office saying, hello, we would like to confirm your appointment. Well, the time that we started talking on phones when we were younger, in our, high school years, junior high school years, we had a phone that went thring, thring, thring. Yeah, thring, thring, thring. Yes, I know I've been going across different subjects. So, thring, thring, thring. And we didn't have voicemail, we didn't have this, that, and the other, but we were talking on the phone. We would come home from school and we would get on the phone. Of course, you had to beat your sister to the phone, and hey, sister, I hope that you're listening, because you're one of the ones that doesn't like to talk on the phone. Oop, didn't mean to say that, but I did. Sorry. Oops, I did it again. Anyway, we would come home and we'd run and run and run for the telephone. And of course, you'd pick up that phone. It had a long cord on it, and you would go to your closet and you would talk to your friend for about an hour. Your mom would come to the door and go, "Ch-ch-ch, Jenny, it's time for you to get off the phone. Kelly, your sister needs a turn." And so hopefully we would get off the phone. Well, another 30 minutes went by, and Jenny, it's really time for you to get off the phone. It's time for your sister to have a turn. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Then Mom would come into the room and said, "Boom, boom, boom. Jenny, it's time for you to get off the phone." Okay, when you heard that voice, you knew it was time to get off the phone and let your sister have a turn. So, in one place that we lived, we were very, 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 very lucky. Our home was the church's home. A church's home is called a manse, and the pastor's family lives in that house. Well, at this house, we so happen to have the landline for our house and the landline for the church's office, and we would get on that phone first for a long time. And Dad would always say, "Kids, I think you should get off the church line because people are probably trying to call." Yeah, right, Dad. I don't think that's happening. And a lot of times it didn't happen, so we got back on the phone. So that was something very special to me, is talking to people on the phone. Waiting, going to college and waiting next to the phone, pay phone, because we didn't have phones in our room. Waiting next to the pay phone to get the phone call of having my first nephew being born. That was another Hallmark commercial moment. And I just waited by the phone and, "Hey, Jenny, there's a phone call for you. There's a phone call for you." And yes, my nephew was born. So, learning how to not deal with that anymore has been so hard for me. Okay, so I'm here. I'm gonna talk. And I'm gonna ramble. And I've probably already said all the things that you wanted to know. Now, there will be a lot of things going on in Jenny's world. There will be times when I'll say, "Okay, we're going to have some interesting comments at the end of the show." And I will come up with a comment and kind of a commentary, and it'll be quite interesting. And right now I would like to end the commentary. I would like to end for tonight and say thank you very much for attending Jenny's World first video on YouTube, Jenny's World. Please subscribe, like, ring the notification bell, share and care with your friends, make comments down below, and I will link to some sources that I like for you to look at. Now, I hope that you have a happy and a productive 2022. Welcome to Jenny's World with the bright orange couch and the Rainbow Ribbon Chandelier. Okay, commentary again. Okay, I watch a lot of stupid shows, and for years and years and years, I watched Law and Order, the entire franchise. Law and Order UK even. I've watched every single Law and Order show that was ever out there. One thing that I have noticed in all of these shows is that when a crime has happened, Now let's say it's a serious crime. Someone has been murdered, okay? And, you know, there really should be a small amount of people in that area. But when you look at all of these television shows, there's a plethora, thank you very much for introducing me to that word, a plethora of officers in the room. And I'm like, you're stepping on evidence. You're stepping on evidence. Man, the coroner hasn't been here yet. And by the way, how do we know when the person died? Well, I actually know how to do that. But what do you think about that? I know it's not true. I know that life is not true. Being tons of police officers, tons of people in the room. Man, that is so outrageous. In real life, I don't think that's right. Somebody tell me that's right. Actually, I'm going to do some research. Actually, I already have. That is not correct. Now, not a lot of people should be in the crime scene, for that is where evidence is taken. So, have a happy new year, and thank you for coming to Jenny's World. I'm going to try to come up with a tagline. Already have. Remember that you are loved and so am I, and that Santa loves you, and bye for now.